Blessed afternoon, everyone. It's the loveliest time of the year, and Decaf Coffee Republic brings you Brewing Live Season number 7. Let's connect with the digital pulse today. And Brewing Live is a community service of Decaf Coffee Republic, and we are now on our month of serving the digital space. And our heart as an organization is to fill your digital cup with great stuff that matters and ignite your space with opportunities for impact, income, and influence so that you can experience transformation to different areas of your life through the platform of life coaching. And for this season, we are filling the digital pulse and filling the void with what can truly help you thrive in the new decade. And Decaf Coffee Republic is a coaching hub and the home of certified life coaches where inspiration begins and transformations happen through the platform of life coaching. Our physical space is located inside Pioneer Center along Pioneer Road, corner Brixton and the United Streets, Capitolio, Pasig City. And our hub is open from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. But we offer for dine-in, pick-up, and delivery of your premium drinks and nutritious food. That's from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And plant-based meal is also available to help you keep yourself fit and healthy, especially during this time of pandemic. And for your coaching needs, we do offer coaching services on demand. It's 24 by 7. Just connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661 any time of the day and any day of the week. You may also want to visit our coaching hub for complimentary coaching sessions. You don't need to have prior appointment. Just go in there. You have certified life coaches there who will welcome you and who will talk to you. But if you don't want to talk, then it's okay. Just go in there, enjoy the place, enjoy the food. You're going to have a wonderful time there. So thank you for joining me for today. Please do tag your friends in the comment section below. Keep on tagging them. Share this link to your timeline, to your FB page, to your group. So we can reach more people in the digital space and help transform more lives. And if you are new to this FB page, please like and follow so that you can get the notifications from our live streaming in the future. And Decaf Brewing Live is in partnership with Coach A Coaching Club, the premier club for coaches and entrepreneurs. And our mission as club members is to create massive impact by turning our talents into income and influencing the people in our chosen domain and territory through the platform of life coaching. This is our community service in one of many ways that we are giving back to humanity and the things we've learned in the club. And please do connect with Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661 to know more about how you can be part of Coach A Coaching Club and the benefits from the learning opportunity from Master Coach A. And today's episode, we're going to talk about, or I'm going to share to you about the Disconnection Diaries. It's a 3D how to improve your family relationship. And as we begin, I would like to invite you to be intentionally learning at this time. Be intentionally in learning what you will receive today. Thank you very much for joining me this afternoon. Be intentional and give generously as we provide you with wisdom, strategies, and techniques, and to the advancement of the life coaching profession, and also in support of the hashtag change agents. And I mean, we're doing this from the bottom of our hearts. We're sharing to you our experiences, we're sharing to you our learnings, we're sharing to you our wisdom, and we're sharing the things that we've invested upon, and we want to give it to you as a gift to us because we are forever grateful for the blessings that we're receiving. And in practice, it's a good way for us as well to practice a profession of life coaching by giving to you something in return. And for your love gifts, you may also click on the PayPal link, which is on the description below. Just take a look at the description in there. Bless us with your gift in the caption of this FB Live. And you can also may do your love gifts by a bank transfer, GCash, or PayMaya. So you have a lot of options. Just, give us some love out there. We would appreciate that so that we may continuously do this for you as a love for you and also as a gratitude for you. Giving is earning, and an opportunity is to be blessed and be a channel of God's blessing. So I'm inviting you, please say yes. Do say yes to the privilege of giving honor to whom honor is due. Diba? You're learning here, and it's a wonderful time to really have that heart as well to be able to give to the people that's investing their time here. And remember, giving is a lifestyle. It's always a lifestyle, and I've learned that in along the way. So I always want to give as well, so I'm able to practice that, and it's something that it's always a great opportunity to make for you to stand out for everyone out all the time. And thank you so much for your generous heart. Connect with Coach Rizal at 0917-586-1661 if you wish to give your blessings in your own special way. All right? Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you, Coach Vicky, Coach Maureen, and Coach Tin, my better half, and Master Coach Jasmine for joining me. Again, as we go through this lunchtime, I would like for you to be intentional. All the things that you do, all of the conversations that you're having, all of the things that you've listened in your life, and even the attention that you're giving me today. Be intentional. Get your hashtag pack your bag moments. And the pack your bag moments are the times where you go to a seminar and you find out there's one thing that you've been asking for a long, long time, and you're trying to figure out how you're gonna resolve that, how you're gonna get clarity on it, and that is the hashtag pack my bag my moments. But I don't want you to go home yet. Just stay here. You're at home anyway, so don't zoom out on me or don't turn off this live video. Just stay with me. Keep on learning. Put that in your timelines. Put that in your page. Bless other people in the digital space as well as we continue to be a blessing to others. And as I've said, I always remind this that our thought patterns, the way we feel, the way we think, and the way we react is always equate to the behavior patterns that we have, which is how we act. That is the outcome. So be intentional always on the outcome or the experiences that you want to experience in your lifetime, in your relationship. Be intentional be intentional on the way that you think, the way that you feel, and the way that you respond. All right? If this is the first time you're joining me, if this is the first time you're watching me, if this is the first time you're meeting me at Dika Coffee Republic Brewing Live at 12 noon, I am Coach Shaun. I'm a professional life coach certified from the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs. I am also a mental health coach, and our institute is a bona fide institute for mental health that's based in Dallas, Texas, USA. And I am a son to my father and my mom, who's my father is a lawyer, my mom is a housewife. I am also a husband to my wonderful wife, who's there. You can see her, Coach Tin De Joya. I am also a father to two kids. I have a 19-year-old daughter, and I have a 15-year-old son, turning into 15. My daughter was clinically diagnosed with depression when she was 16 years old, and this is the reason why we have the heart really for mental health. And I'm also a brother with my sister who's in the US as a nurse, and my brother is also a lawyer. And I'm also a friend to a lot of people that you're seeing in there, sharing in there, commenting in there, and a lot of people that you see in the space. Which I continue to expand my heart to the people that are most important to me, the people that I love, the people that I care for, and I continue to expand my heart and allowing more people in my space. And my area of focus is in the area of self-leadership, being intentional on the way you feel, the way you think, and the way you respond. I help people live life with passion, purpose, productivity, prayer, and compassion. That is what I do. I help them so that they can communicate their needs better, and they can create, they would feel valued in all of the relationship that they're having. That is what I do. That's my 4PC, passion, purpose, productivity, prayer, and compassion. Those are the things that I help with individuals. And I've been doing this coaching profession full-time since I left the corporate world back in 2019. After 14 years of successful career in the call center industry, which landed me a directorship post back then, which is a great journey for me. Every 2 to 3 years is my goal to get promoted, and I'm so fortunate that I'm able to do that. Just making sure that you focus towards your goal and trust the process. It's really the important thing is the process and who you're becoming rather than the goal that you're achieving. And I am on a mission to help 1 million men who wants to live in fidelity, fidelity with themselves, fidelity with God, fidelity with their relationship, fidelity with their work and their career, so that they live a more purposeful, meaningful, and fulfilling life. So if you are someone who wants to be that, who has the heart as well to help this future generation, that is who really I want to help with, is a future generation to create a better future for our children's children. Join me. You know someone who has the heart for that, really to, be able to teach their wisdom, their learning, then feel free to join me in here. All right? Leonard, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. So if you want to connect with me, you can check out my page, Coach Shaun De Joya, from wandering to wondering. That's what I do. I help individuals move on to that. Even if you are successful already with your career, but you have something in your heart, you know that you can be more. You know you want more. You can't seem to really find that missing piece there. Just let me know. Just follow me in my Coach Shaun De Joya page. And if you want to get to know more about how you can do effective parenting without shouting and spanking, or if you want to do effective parenting, join me in effective parenting without shouting and spanking group. I help their parents who would want to have a peaceful and harmonious relationship with their children. And lastly, if you want to connect with me on a personal level, just feel free to add me in my page or my personal timeline, Shaun Chong De Joya. Those are my kids, and my wife is in back of me. That is my wife, Coach Tin. All right. So let's begin. What is a diary? Have you seen a diary? Are you doing a diary? Are you writing down things in your diary? A diary is a book that is used to record events. It happens, they happen or they plan or future events. This is what a diary looks like. And for example, you might use it to note down important dates that you have, throughout the year, so that you will stay organized always on the things that you do. Or you might use it to note down your thoughts on a daily basis. Or maybe your experiences. A lot of people, especially me, I use this as a journal. I call it a journal. Some call it as a diary. It's something that you note in there what's happening in your life, what are the things you're thinking about, what are the things that you focus your attention on for you to have a deeper understanding of who you are and what are the things that you're focusing your attention on. Back when I was still in the corporate world, I've been in the corporate for 14 years. One of the things that I'm really challenged and I'm not really used to is having a diary. Most of the things that I do is I focus all of my memory recall in my mind. I don't do a lot of notes. I utilize my mind, I stretch it for me to be able to keep the memory in there. But I've learned in time that for you to be able to know more about yourself is for you to be able to keep track of the things that you're doing, the things that you're thinking about, the things that you're, having a relationship with, for you to make an adjustment. Diba, in the corporate world, that's what we do as well when we do weekly reviews, daily reviews, monthly reviews, quarterly reviews, and even yearly reviews. We take a look at patterns on where we're at as far as performance is concerned. We take a look at where we're at as far as revenue is concerned, as far as attrition or attrition on the work, and also satisfaction of our customers. And these are the things that we usually keep track to. But unfortunately, what happens is while we keep track of all of these things, the things that we don't keep track of, and the reality is the relationship that we have. We are so attuned to keeping track of our performance at work, the performance of our people at work, the performance of the company as a whole, that we tend to not or to negate how we get track as far as our performance with our family members. Take a look at the time right now where you have your relationship with your spouse. If you're gonna rate yourself 1 to 10, 10 being high, how would you rate your performance? Also with your children, with the connection that your children have, the communication that you're having with them, being able to know what they want in life, what are their dreams, what are the things that they want to do. How would you rate your current connection with them? Most often than not, what happens at home, the relationship that we have, even in the workplace, right? Most of it is transactional connections. I need something, you send it, and that's it. We go our separate ways. But that is where the missing piece is, because we know it in our heart that we want to be able to connect more with the people that we love, but we're not really able to make that connection, because most of the times either we don't know or we don't have the time, or we're procrastinating on making that connection because there's no really there's nothing to talk about. We're not trained, we're not taught how to have that connection. I mean, we are taught to communicate, but on a deeper level, on understanding people's dreams, people's passions, people's purpose, people's deep desire. That is something that we're not able to express, and we're hesitant because people may judge us or reject us on sometimes the small little things that we want are the biggest things that makes an impact in your life. How often do you unplug to recharge your relationship? How often? Like in a day, how often does that happen? You know, if you allow me to take a look at your journal, your schedule, your calendar, and see, the times in there, I would bet you that I would know if how much time do you spend with your relationship. Do you have a specific moment in your calendar or even in your journal? Because at times your journal or your diary has a time in there, right? Where do you spend time for family time, connection time? That you disconnect from your work, you disconnect with the other things that you do that keeps you busy every day, and you start plugging into your relationship. How often? How is that? Did you know that many physical and mental benefits are there when you unplug in the digital space? When you switch off the screens of the devices, you're able to, have better sleep habits. You're able to have better eating habits. Yeah. Paano kayo nangyari yun? Of course, when you go to sleep, you turn off your phones already, so that it helps you with, your eyes. Better eating habits, you'll be more mindful about the things that you eat, the time that you eat, how much time you eat. It also increase your focus at school and or at work because you don't have that distractions anymore. It also helps you with boosting your self-esteem. Why? Because the more that we take a look at social media, the more that we have an opportunity to compare other people to what we have and what we don't have. So we tend to have that comparison and we question if their lives is much better than we have. It also increases the independence that we have because we don't have to depend on the likes, the comments, the hearts of the people that we seldom connect with. You have more connection in there. It reduces stress and anxiety because of the news that you're seeing, especially if the news is not good, diba? The news is not really good to the eyes and to the ears. It's really affecting a lot of people. And most especially, the most important thing, and I wanna talk to you about is it improves the relationship with our family and also our friends. That is the value of you unplugging and recharging your relationship. Because most often than not, we are fully connected to the things that we're doing every single day with the work that we do. That we tend to, miss the value of having that relational connection with people, having a deep emotional connection, being able to help children, the future generations, improve their spirituality, especially for the men out there who's watching me right now. That is something that I'm really fighting for the men to be spiritually and emotionally connected so that they can teach the children. Because the first teachers of their children is the parents. And the one that's providing courage, self-esteem are the fathers. So fathers out there, yeah, your words matter. Your presence matter. Not just physically present, but you're there mentally, spiritually, and emotionally present. So how do you improve your family relationship? You might ask me that, right? You're seeing in the screen right now are my family. My daughter is, the one you see near the screen in there. My son is there, and that's me on the middle. My wife, which is there, and my mom is on the farther side. These are the family members that's dear to me and close to me. They're here most of the time. They're here, having interactions with me. I'm able to connect with them. I'm able to really have that conversation with them. And I'm going to share to you, this 7 simple steps that you can start doing. I've started doing this, and this is something that has worked for us when we're doing weekly engagement. We call it an LG group, a life group, coming from, the church that we have. And we utilize this to have a deep connection with our children. For one, for them to understand what's happening in this house. 2, to understand their emotions, their feelings, their thoughts. And 3, for them to understand us as well, and our feelings, our thoughts. And also, to have a deeper connection and teaching our children how to be a better version of themselves. Too often than not, it's challenging for us to be able to express ourselves to our children because at times we don't know what to say to them. We are not used to having that conversation with our parents before. Yun nga, sa mga tatay dyan, di ba? What we are trained to do is to be providers financially, and that's about it. We allow our spouses to take care of the emotional connections and the spiritual connection. But if you take a look at the Bible, I'm referencing it to the Bible. The Bible has all of the wisdoms that you need in the world. Is the father is the one that needs to guide the family in a spiritual perspective. They are the first, the priest. They are also the king of the house, and they are also the one that's taking care of the spirituality of the family, and the one interceding, that's supposed to be interceding for evil not to triumph with especially the future generation. So what are you doing right now as a father? How are you connecting with your children, and what kind of legacy do you want to leave to your children? Is it the legacy of leaving behind material things, maybe a good home, a good car, a farm, maybe a business, maybe? Or would you rather leave them something that they would hold dearly to their hearts? That every time they have this, you know, experience, they would be able to remember you. They would be able to connect with you. So which one are you choosing? And how do you want your children to remember you? So I'll share to you just simple tips. The first thing is, of course, you need to pick a time. Very important that you pick a time. Decide on how long you would want to have connection with your children, with your spouse, really depending on you, and make a decision to turn off or disconnect from your device. You could try days, 1 week at a time. What we've done is every Sunday we've done that. 12 noon, when we eat our lunch, we have a conversation with our children. It's not perfect. At times we don't do it, especially if everyone is busy doing different things. But at least once a month, we're able to do that. We're having have that connection. Number two is give notice. Let your friends, your family members, your follower, if you are an social media influencer, or you're someone whose people are following, and you're inspiring people, to notify them that you're taking a break from your devices. It may be a good idea also to provide you with a way for you to be reached in case of emergency, because of course, as a professional, as a life coaching service provider, you need to always be there for your clients, especially during emergency. That is what you can do. Number three is always plan ahead. Plan. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail, diba? It's a good idea to think ahead of what you will want to do. How you will keep yourself busy, and during your digital detox, you're not able to connect that. Some of the ideas you can start thinking about is spending your time with your family. That is one. You can hang out with your friends too. That is something that you can spend with your relationship. You can enjoy the nature with your family. You can travel somewhere, different places right now. Although it's still the pandemic, you have a lot of opportunity in there for you to be able to spend, catch up on some schoolwork. Maybe you're going to school, or maybe learnings, right? You can write a journal, something that you can do to reflect on, have a deeper understanding of your relationship right now, where you're at, and how you can improve, how you can do better. And also being able to have that connection. Sorry, let me just fix my camera. One moment. There you go. Sorry about that. So that is something that you can start doing, really planning ahead. You can also do creative ways for you to start singing, some artistry there that you can start doing, start having that connection. You can also volunteer your time, take a nap, or experiment on new routines that you can do. These are the things that you can do. But really, what I'm teaching you here is planning ahead of what to do when you go out with your family. At times pupunta ka, lalabas ka, tapos hindi mo naman alam kung anong gagawin mo, saan ka pupunta. Tapos when you're driving already, doon lang kayo nag-aaway. You're having a conversation. Instead of you enjoying really what's happening, nasira yung araw mo. That is something that you need to plan out. Also, number four is to turn off the things that will cause distraction with you. Either your mobile phone, either your laptops, anything that will keep you distracted. I mean, really focus your attention towards what the value that you're putting in your family. Number five is to stick with it. Sometimes we have the fear of missing out, the FOMO, the FOMO, fear of missing out on something important. Maybe there's a chat conversation happening out there that you're not able to connect with. Just stay focused. Hindi naman gugunaw yung mundo if you just disconnect for a short amount of time or the whole day, right? As long as, sabi ko nga, make sure you give notice to people so people know that you are, out there enjoying your time with your family. Number six is to get support. Really get support out there. It may be helpful for you to try, doing this and having some friends in there. Someone who's special to you. Maybe a life coach will help you in really, maneuvering all of your life and trying to understand where you want to focus your attention on and how you want to really strengthen the relationship that you have. That is something that you really need to have on and focus on in your attention. And last but not the least, very important is to always be grateful on the things that you're doing. Be grateful. Minsan, di ba na sa sobrang busy ng work natin, there's a lot of things happening, there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of work, there's a lot of problems, there's a lot of people just giving you this, sometimes things that are shitty. Lack of a better term. Be grateful on all the things that you do. Be grateful with your spouse, be grateful with your children, be grateful for what you have. Because when you're always in a space of gratitude, you would always appreciate the people that are close to you, the people that you love, the people that accepts you, the people that whatever happens will be there for you. That is something that we need to continuously do. That is something that we need to continuously, focus our attention on. That is something that we need to cherish. Because those times when we lose it, we'll never get that back. We can get back the money that we lost, the money that we spent on something that's not great, that doesn't really serve us. But the time that we lose, having that connection, having that interaction, having that deep conversation will be lost, forever. So keep that in mind. So what's next for you? You would think about, Coach, I really don't know what I'm going to talk about. I'm not used to it. I'm used to having conversations about my finances. I'm used to having conversations about, my boss being so difficult to talk to, or my people not really following orders, or there's always an escalation from the client. These are the things that commonly for men and women out there who's used to in the corporate world don't know what to talk about, how to express themselves, how to have a loving communication. Well, here's what I would give to you. I want to help you. I want to help you really move towards that and having real clarity on how you would have that communication with your spouse, how to have the deeper communication with your children. I like to offer you the Art of Loving Communication worksheet. It's a toolkit that you can utilize. And what this toolkit would do is a complimentary offer. I'm giving it for you in your words. Complimentary, you don't have to pay for it. This is a toolkit will help you discover more about adding loving communication to your relationship. Because at times, we can be too stiff as men. Sabi nga ng asawa ko, insensitive, which I totally agree. But that's not because wala tayong pakialam. But it's because that we're not really taught by our dads, our father, on how to have that emotional connection. And it's not that they're bad parents, no. And they just didn't know any better. And for us to be able to change that, especially with the change in digitalization right now, people are getting more disconnected with their family members. Parents are getting more disconnected with their children. Children are getting more disconnected with their parents and the things that they're doing. We need to stand up. We need to make the change. If we want to create a better future for our children's children, if we want to create a peaceful life for them, then we need to change first. Because that is the beauty of parenting. When you change, your children would change and the surroundings in you would change as well. But you need to make a stand. Because that is the most important thing that we can do. And mostly, the challenge for us men out there is our pride, our ego, our arrogance, and our self-entitlement. I call that the peace brain. The peace brain. Maliit lang yung peace kulay green. That is something that we need to start focusing towards and start putting it down and be in humility and be in obedience to the things that our heart is saying and also to the things that would make an impact to our children. Because that is what we're building, future generations. And I think as a man of the house, you would want to stop whatever curses that's happening in your life right now and your parents, your grandparents, so our children doesn't experience that in the future. All right. So if you're interested with this, if this is something that you wanna, you wanna learn from, you wanna engage with, just let me know. Feel free to message Decap Copy Republic, or you can message me, go back to, just add me in my Facebook timeline or personal page. I'm also offering a 45-minute one-on-one coaching session here. It's free. You don't have to pay for it. It's complimentary. It's my gift to you because I really value the connection with your relationship with your family. If you're able to create a mentally healthy household, your children will have a better perspective of life, and they will not be able to be in the space where they're not able to bounce back every time things are not going out for them. All right. It's so important for me to unplug for a little bit, to have lunch or dinner with my family, because those conversations create memories that can be recorded in my diary. Last year, I started doing journals or diaries, and I really started keeping track of the things that I feel about, the things that I do, where do I invest my time on, where do I focus my attention on. And I've realized how much time I spend on the things that really doesn't provide value to my children. And value doesn't mean that you're able to provide to them financially, you're able to give them clothes, you're able to give them a house to live in. Really, the value in there is the connection, the wisdom, the knowledge, the love, the experiences, good or bad, that you can teach your children, teach the future generations, so that they would learn from us and they won't have the same mistakes in the future. The lack of connection from fathers out there is the one that's really hitting our children's, how they see themselves, how their self-worth is, how their confidence is. But if we're able to make a stand in there, we're able to really have that connection with them, yung ibaba lahat na kailangan ibaba, and be vulnerable, be authentic. And that just changes the way the future goes. Don't be like this book. There are a lot of things that you want to say, but you never did. You never had the time to say it. Every moment is an opportunity for you to express yourself. Grab that opportunity. Because that time, when it passes, you'll never get that back. So be intentional with the time that you have. For those of you who's interested in being able to speak your heart, speak your mind, speak your thoughts, I invite you later this afternoon. It's going to be a 6-step, 6-figure speaking program, career training program. It's going to be at 6 p.m. later. Learn public speaking, especially for men out there. I'm really talking to the men out there. Your heart, for you to be able to speak your thought, would allow your children to get to know you better so they can learn from you. Because speaking is a learnable skill. You can learn it. Because when your children learns from you, they learn as well on how to express themselves. They would be able to express their needs, their wants, and they will be able to have a better relationship. Remember that they will marry someone that they don't know in the future. So if we can teach our future generation, this one is a great step for you. So enroll in here. Just message Coach Rizal 0917-586-1661. Just tell her that you saw this during the Decap Brewing Live. Also, if you want to learn more about the profession of life coaching has significantly transformed the way I see myself and my family, and the way I see life. We're doing another LC 101 on March 14 at 4 p.m. Just connect with Coach Tin at 0917-806-4200. Get a deeper understanding of what life coaching is and how it can help you, because it can really help you. And for those parents out there who wants to get their children to behave, their kids to behave, inviting you as well on March 27th. There's a lot of them on the pipeline. It's 4 p.m. We're going to talk about how you can help your children really be in the space that they behave, and you would be able to enjoy the relationship with them. And last but not the least, maybe you're complaining, Coach, wala akong oras. Now, come join me. I have that covered for you as well. How to gain more time. This is going to be on March 18th at 7 p.m. Let's have a conversation. Let me help you gain more time. There's no monetary investment here. It's free. I offer this to you because I want to help you. Because when you have more time, with your, leveling up who you are, your education, and have more time with your family members, the future generation that changes. And it's good for my kids as well, because my kids will meet your kids in the future. We'll never know. They might be their boss. We might be their boss. Really depends. But at least we're able to instill to them the value of humanity, the value of the heart, and the value that, God is really guiding us towards our path. And we can choose to make things happen if we want to. All right? So, thank you very much for joining me. In behalf of Decaf Coffee Republic and Coach A Coaching Club, we would want to thank you for all of you being part of this journey. You may also watch the replay of all of the episodes in Season 1 to Season 6. So, ang dami na po niyan, no? Almost 6 months. 7 months na. In our FB page, Decaf Coffee Republic and Life Coach Philippines. And you can also check Coach A iConnect YouTube channel for HD video copy of these episodes. If you want to, play this with your family, get some reflection in there, have a conversation. Maybe hindi mo pa alam kung anong magandang conversation. You can play this with them and they can have that reflection. You can do that. You can also, just make sure to subscribe in the channel so that you can get alerts when new video becomes available. All right? So for tomorrow, tune in. Coach Mark will be the one who's gonna, share to you. It's gonna be an exciting episode, I'm sure. Just tune in Decaf Coffee Republic to get the updates on what topic he's gonna talk about. But I know it's gonna be powerful. It's gonna be at 12 noon, the same time as we continue to feel the digital pulse and feel the void so you can thrive in your life. Thank you very much for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Labang boom, labang boom, labang boom. Thank you, everyone. Have a great lunch. Bye-bye.